Ridgeback.
Ridgeback? That's pretty cool.
So it's a brace for the face?
Ridgeback. Like the dog?
I'm really a cat guy.
So what is it?
The best feeling and longest metal woods you'll ever hit.
Was that Bernhard?
Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Have you heard of the fantastic new golf shoes which actually will help your game? Squares will help you improve your balance, stability, and give you more distance.
You want to work on your golf swing authentically? Do it from ground upwards. Change your shoes, change your game.
I did, and I gained 7 yards. These shoes are designed with the latest performance technology, and in testing, they're proven to help add distance. Just go to getsquares.com to find out more. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Alexa devices. And don't forget to subscribe on BGT-TV on YouTube. Big John Quick along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas. And this segment is sponsored by Squares Shoes. Learn more at squares.com. Billy, when you want to improve and, sometimes it's hard to pick up where the impact is when you when you practice and stuff. Sure, there's a lot of training aids to help you with swinging. We certainly know one, arrow swing. We'll talk about that a little bit later on because we have something to show everybody with arrow swing and how you can improve your swing as far as that goes. But the real deal, one of the real deals is where are you impacting the ball? Are you impacting the ball? Like for me, I'll tell you, there's some of my clubs, I have to line up the ball when I address it on the hosel.
Yes.
That is the way, for some reason, and I have to talk to a professional teacher about that, but that's how I square up my club. And it just, I don't know if I'm closing too soon, opening too soon on that. But a lot of times I have to line up on the inside of the club in order to get a square shot on the face of the club.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about because we golf all the time, and I saw it the other day. But with our next guest, I was fortunate enough for the last several years to when I filmed with Golf Life TV when they interviewed her. I was fortunate enough to interview back there at the PGA show and stuff like that. And I have an impact improver. So that actually helped me square up my face. Because even sometimes I have you check. I was like, Biggs, am I still square? Because I'm stupid. I don't travel with mine. It stays at home, and we travel so much. I should get a second one and put it in my bag.
Well, rumor has it we're going to get a discount, so I'm going to actually have to go online and order one.
Yeah, because they're available in several places, so it'd be cool.
And I'm certainly an Amazon shopper, so
yes, that's right. Can't beat that. But
smile.amazon.com, select folds of honor, and you can give back. So.
I was shopping there this morning, so I know exactly what you're doing. But I've been a big time fan of hers for a while.
Oh, I have too. Tiffany is just an awesome.
She really is. She does a lot. I love.
We had her a few years back on the radio side,
and you know what? Honestly, if you think about it, how many aides have we had that are try to be like that are actually in there? And while we were talking, and you mentioned arrow swing, right?
Yes.
Can you imagine the combination of the arrow swing, which is helping build speed, and hers knowing where you're hitting an impact? Because we could build all the speed that we want, but if we don't hit it on the face and we don't hit it the right way, it's not going to do us any good if it's in the trees, if we hit a slice or anything else.
What's so good about arrows with Impact Improver is you use your own club.
Exactly.
Just like arrow swing.
And it doesn't
use
damage
your own driver.
You know how, you've seen mine.
Right.
You've seen, I have custom Japanese clubs,
right.
And nobody wants to jack with forged faces, and it goes on
right.
with no problem at all. But let's bring her on. I'm talking about her like she's not here. Let's just bring her on so she could be part of this conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in, and here she comes in, walking down the hall from the green room. One Tiffany Faucette here on BGT-TV and Big's Golf Talk. So those that are listening to us on the radio side, well, when the video was released on YouTube TV, go take a look at this beautiful woman. And
She did her hair just for this show. Just for you guys on the radio, not the TV side, the radio side.
yeah.
Exactly. Normally I'm in a ball cap, so this is a big deal.
It's perfect. We love it. Thank you for being on.
Yeah, Tiffany, welcome back to Big's Golf Talk. First appearance on BGT-TV, though. And,
Yeah, it's
you
been a
know,
while.
one thing that we have heard in the past from our listeners and, you know, even some people that have been on the show is, you know, it's so easy to talk about it on the radio side, but people want to see it on the video side. And that's hence is why we launched BGT-TV. So I love the background, love the impact improver in the background. It sounds like it looks like you got your own little impact improver room.
I don't see my
do.
8x10 up there. What's going on?
I gotta take you in the basement, so I'd have to. Yeah, you're like life size down
Oh,
there. Yeah,
Yes.
Oh my
perfect.
big
God.
deal.
Hey,
Congratulations on your TV now show. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been going. It's been a true blessing. The thing is, like now we get to talk to you. It goes on the radio. People don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Now it's more interaction with the people. So we have a lot of people. You know, you're always going to have the people, the older generation that wants to listen on radio, listen on podcasts afterwards. But there's certain people that want to see exactly what we're going to talk about. What does your product look like? We can describe it all we want, but when they can see it, it's a totally different story. So we love these segments. And instead of having the whole 2 hours on the TV side, your segment will be that. It'll be a 20-minute segment. It'll be just you and us. So if you send your people, oh, go check this out. And that's what they're going to see.
On the TV side, it's endless because we're not limited to as far as what we could do on TV.
On the radio, they limit us.
On the radio, we have
to have
breaks,
commercials and all the other
and
stuff.
all that stuff.
On TV, we don't have to worry about that. So while we may break away from the radio side, we still have the TV side. So we can just keep going, and we don't have to.
Let's go wild. Let's have some fun.
Let's
Okay.
Let's have some fun. Tiffany, for those that didn't hear you on our radio side a few years back, what is Impact Improver?
The Impact Improver is just a handy little tool that clips right onto your golf club. So I have a little junior club here. The kind of cool thing is it fits junior clubs and adult clubs. So if I just clip this on right here, boom, and now it's on, cha-ching, that's going to hit the face. So no matter what you do, that's going to hit and stay on the face. So what I tell the little kids, if they're trying to learn how to play golf, we don't want any hangers. That would be a thin shot. So they start to understand that they have to hit down on a golf ball. So now when you look at it, there's nothing underneath and they can see it in the center. So it's visual, it's fun, and we're all just big kids, right? So hitting the sweet spot is like the ultimate like rush as a golfer, right? It feels different. It sounds different. Whenever you make a product, this was the first product I ever made. So you don't know what you're doing. You're fumbling through things. And most good things are happy accidents, really. So I made it. And the first time they sent it to me, I hit it and it made a noise. And I was like, oh my God, really? It makes a noise. And I don't know what it is, but there's just air in there. So I guess when you hit it right, you hear like a little whoop, and it's like hitting a golf ball. And it sounds a little different versus if you hit it off the toe or in the sweet spot because of where the weight is in the club. So it's fun, it's easy, it's non-intimidating, and it fits on 90% of clubs. I wasn't smart enough to figure out on how to get it on the super fat clubs, but most every club, this is an adult size. Pitching wedge, you can see thin here. If you've got a super thick top line, it might not fit. But other than that, the Impact Improver is quite easy and simple to use. It's just a blessing if you're stuck inside, as we all have been with COVID, to be able to get in some swing reps.
It's not even if you're stuck inside. I use it just to do it. I mean, I live in Florida, and you know, I love using it. I mean, the only thing my carpet doesn't love it because it's like getting worn from hitting it. I got to get a green mat, but other than that, I mean, like you have a challenge. Can you tell us about that challenge that you're talking about that you were going to do?
Yeah, it's a 50 swing challenge. It really doesn't take long to make 50 swings at all. If you think about it, once you set up, one swing's like a second, right? So most people only take a few seconds to get over the ball if they're not trying to figure out wind and all this stuff. So in your house, under 10 minutes, you can make 50 swings. That keeps all your muscles supple. And I have different students that do one-handed with each arm. They're learning how to chip. They do different length swings. So you can vary it. But the fact is, good players touch their tools every day. Even on their days off, their tools are around. They might hit a couple
She
putts in
calls
their
them,
living room.
calls them tools. I
Yeah,
like.
they're tools. They're tools, man. And you're learning how to move with it and wield it. They're not, they're not super.
How long is that tool in your hand right now?
This little tool,
Yeah,
this is for like
exactly.
a midget child. It's very small.
Okay,
Maybe
would that
2
fit
feet.
like a 3-year-old? Somebody that's like it has
Yeah.
a Florida hand is about 13, 14 inches. We're doing a special event in a couple weeks for Baby Superman. It's for children that have congenital heart failure and stuff like that. So we're doing a live show out here, and little Baby Superman is trying to golf, but the clubs are taller than him. He's 3 years old. We measured from
Aw.
fingertips to the ground. And I think his driver's as tall as he is. So, but I think he's like what 20. I think it was 25 inches.
He's 25 inches tall
Yeah,
total.
yeah.
Okay, so his little hands would he probably only has like 8 inches clearance when he's in posture from his hands to the ground.
When we measured in posture, he varies at about 12 inches, 11 and a half, 12 inches.
Okay, yeah, I figured it would not be much.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, this is more than 11 inches from the ground if you stick it here. You know what?
Yes.
I have a handy dandy tape measure.
Oh,
Don't ask me why. I have one.
I'm not going to ask you. You want to measure your tools? I got you. Another tool.
Yes.
It's very important to know size all the time. So let's see here. I think I did this too much. 30 inches is way too much. Let's put it at 2 feet and see what happens. Da-da-da. Drum roll, please. It's 21 and a half.
21 and a half
inches. I got to work on my TV skills, but yeah. With this.
Do you know of any manufacturer that makes clubs that small that would be worthwhile for the 3-year-old?
I still think that one club that from
the USA,
U.S. Juniors,
Junior
Golf Association.
And my next serious question, being that you are a teacher and you've been recognized for teaching, maybe we can send you a big swing and maybe you'll be so kind as to critique it. Everything is online now.
Let me ask Tiffany about that right now.
Yeah, ask her.
So I have to, on some of not all my clubs, and I even on my driver, so the Cobra driver I had to line up on the inside hosel. Now I'm playing with Tour Edge woods and driver. I can line that up sort of center, but more towards me as a lefty. And I hit my shot straight. But with some clubs, I have to line up on the inside of the hosel, and then I would hit my shots impact on the face. Is that because maybe the clubs are too long, or is it I'm doing something wrong in my swing, or?
Did you get these clubs at different times?
Yes.
Okay, so one thing that people overlook is the lie angle is the most important thing in a golf club, right? So the angle of this is the lie angle. Well, now if it says that's an entirely different thing. So if those clubs don't meet the normal progression throughout your club, you're going to do anything you need to sole the face. So if one sets up like this, they're going to make a move to try and square the face again, vice versa, right? So you might not recognize it, but your hands and the lie angle might not be on an even progression. So you're making up adjustments for that. So all good players, even when they put new clubs in their bag, they make sure it fits the progression of their lie angles throughout the bag. And the length is always either, depending on if you're Bryson, all one length, or again, in that same progression. So it fits in. When they plug and play, it's within a relationship. And amateurs just plug and play, and so they'll have.
He has no relationship.
Yeah, a lot of times
you got no relationship.
Yeah, they'll shop via price, but they don't understand how the tool works, and it affects how your lie angle is going to affect how you stand to the ball. Period. End of story.
And
if it's too upright, you're going to be too upright, no hand hinge.
With the impact improver, like when we actually shot the thing with Golf Live TV and stuff like that, I was lucky. I was hitting the ball center face. Now, what happens if you don't hit it? Like, what would we learn if you hit it off the face? Let's say you hit it to the heel, or you're hitting it towards the toe, or you see the ball higher up on the face of the club. Do you have anything in there that's going to tell you, okay, this is what you might be doing wrong? Are there any exceptions, but any details on how to try and correct what you got going on?
No. And there's a reason for it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
it's called Impact Improver.
Yeah, either you're gonna hit it on the face
It's
or
not-
call me
it's
and I'll
not-
fix you.
It's not called Fly Improver. It's not called Loft Improver. It's
I was-
called Impact.
I was
Improver.
just wondering if there was like something to the madness, like because like Biggs.
Well, there is a
yeah.
method to the madness, but I think things backwards, right? So there has to be self-learning. And that's what it is. And so people will fiddle because they're based on their club. So I can't say a blanket one size fits all. If one person isn't posture, they can't hinge, right? If somebody else is, they can hinge. So it's different. So not knowing. And now once you have somebody working with you, they can help you with this. But people are intuitively smart. Oh, this club's going to force me to go here, and they won't fight it. They'll start to work with their tools. So what I wanted to do was allow someone to hit something that wasn't going to damage paint in their house. The other fun thing is if you don't use the shield and you just hit this into the wall, period, it'll fly and you're not going to mess up mirrors or paint or anything. So sometimes you want it to fly, sometimes you don't. But getting back to the self-learning point, it's really important because people, just like John, sometimes I put it on the toe, sometimes I hit it on the heel, but you'll know where you're hitting it. And it also allows you to sense balance more. You'll try things in your living room that you won't on the range. So, okay, let me set up like this. Let me do that. And so it allows you to fiddle around. Does that make sense? I don't want to box you in saying, hey, you have to do X, you have to do Y.
You have to figure it out. Practice.
So Tiffany, last time we had you on, you hurt my heart.
Huh?
Really
Wait a
bad.
minute. Why are you stealing my line first off?
I'll make it up to you. What did I do?
What did she do?
Remember her last interview, I asked her, do these come in left-handed?
Oh, do they
And
come in?
It did not.
And they still don't come in left. Oh,
But I have balls for you. I can send you balls.
Lord knows I need a lot of
You
balls.
need balls, Biggs.
Look, I have a whole bag of balls for you.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's move to Tiffany.
I am always
Let's talk about the
prepared.
bag of balls.
Let's move to Tiffany's book now.
I
and a tape
have a
measure.
bag of balls. I have whatever you need, John.
He has the tools you need, John. Yes, she does. Wow. Oh yeah. I'm loving this interview. I think we need to go to extended tool time. Oh, goodness.
This just might have to be submitted for the ING award.
Yes. I think this is the best one so far. Biggs, you're gonna get a bag of balls. Love it. Oh my.
Well, I do sell these separately because some people do just like to hit them or what. And this is my go-to for the lefties. Again, I just couldn't figure out quite everything.
Only because we're on the radio side, nothing to deal with the TV side. We discussed about having codes. We discussed about a giveaway next month. Can you touch on that? What you're going to give away next month, and then also where they can find it? Because just in case we run out of time, we want people to get that important stuff.
You got it. I'm going to give them a bundle. I will give them an impact improver,
Okay.
our handy dandy bag of balls, which is extra, and a copy of my book, Fighting Golf.
You see that? And it's signed.
It will be signed.
And
I
you
didn't
see
sign
on
this because I don't know who the winner is.
That's right. You will. And also we have it on our screen for the people that are going to be watching on the TV side. If you enter BIGGS to get 20% off, you have to go to impactimprover.com. It's also available on Amazon, but you don't get 20% off.
And wait,
Wait.
she's also hosting a giveaway.
She's hosting the giveaway. Yes.
So talk about the giveaway you are hosting, Tiffany.
The giveaway I'm giving, you can do a half an hour lesson with me online. You can just call me and I'll talk you through your issues if you can do whatever. And we'll take it from there because remember I said it's all self-learning. You'll kind of tell me what you've been struggling with and how to get it. Because at the end of the day, this is a weight that you're trying to propel this small little thing a long way. And there's all sorts of ways to do it. But I'm a proponent of one. And there's a way that you swing in balance. If you're out of balance, that's when you get cooked. So as Bill was talking earlier, swing is great. I mean, speed is great. Everybody wants speed, but speed without balance is OB, right? So you got to learn how to balance it. It's almost like a gymnast or a ballerina or something. They can move really fast, but in balance. If not, they're going to face plant. That's a problem. So we don't want to face plant either. So there you go.
Wow. Hey, you know what?
What?
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Where's the button?
Where's the
I
button?
forgot
Hit the
where
button.
the button.
Producer, hit the button.
All right, here we go.
Phrase of the week.
I don't know if she heard it. She was like, "What? What's going on?
What's going on here?
Yeah,
What's
hit
going
the
on
button.
here?
Hit the button. Impact Improver.
Phrase of the week.
Impact Improver. The phrase that pays. If you put it in on the website, you're entered for the giveaways that are coming. And they're coming. Impact Improver and more. So make sure you visit us on our website.
What? Oh,
What?
Our producer says he has something for me
What?
regarding not having the lefty. But she has the balls.
She's-
And a tape measure.
Hey, she's going to give him balls. That's all he needs. And
I'll tell you, Tiffany, I don't get any respect in the studio.
This is like the best segment ever. Biggs finally got a bag of balls. I mean, we got boxes, but you got a bag of balls, and they come in lefty. So
Yeah.
it's perfect.
I'm finally getting a ball sack.
Yes, a sack. Yes, a lefty just for you. And if you're lucky,
If you're on TV,
you might.
should see Tiffany Faucette right now.
Oh, she's almost as red as that back of the sign. And she might include a tape measure.
Yeah.
You might need to know your tools.
You know,
Very good. This is a great
when
show.
you turn 55,
You're in trouble, my man. You're in
anything
trouble.
helps.
Everything helps. Yeah, and she might be able to fix your swing. You might win that 30-second lesson.
There you go.
Lord knows you need it.
Hey, we
More
need
than
to,
30 seconds.
Tiffany, don't go
30 minutes.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
We're gonna take a break on the radio side, and you guys have to wait for the video to come out. To
Yeah,
see
you
the
got
rest
to.
of it.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's more fun to come.
On the radio side, we will be right back right after this here on Biggs Golf Talk. And we're staying here on the BGT-TV side on YouTube TV. And, Tiffany, have you ever been on such a fun show?
No, you guys bring out the life and things.
You know, that's one thing we don't have to worry about is someone here with a TV camera in our face and saying, break, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. I'm just going to mind my business. You guys talk about that ball sack that's coming for
No,
you.
I want to talk about the book. What is the book
Oh,
about?
I was just going to sit here and mind my business.
The book
I like that. Yeah, talk about the book. Let's talk about the book.
has a little bit of everything, soup to nuts. So I take a golfer through a journey of how to stand to it, grip it, and swing throughout the swing in balance, right? So I talk a lot about balance and motion. At the end of the day, I think any position in your golf swing, you should be in a position to fight. You're either balanced and you're leveraged or you're not. But I think a lot of golf books are written very wonky. And I wanted to write a golf book that you would finish. So it's not difficult, it's not wordy, and there's all sorts of positions in here, what happens, and funny little things to do. So it's just a good guide. I kind of wrote it more where if somebody had never swung a golf club before, but I got a lot of feedback from people that have played for like, oh, that set a light bulb off. Like I just didn't understand that one component in my swing, and it really kind of helped. So different people glean different things from anything. You don't know what really resonates, but I'm proud of this little thing, and it's been kind of fun.
It's not
Well, you know, I'll
it's
tell
a
you,
big book.
you know, Tiffany brings
It's
up.
not that big. Should I bring out the tape measure again?
She loves measuring her tools. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Yeah.
It's
What
like
were you saying, Biggs? I got sidetracked with her.
It's 144 pages. But part of the fun was I did it, and part of the thing is in a, let's see if I can do it, in a boxing ring. If you can see some of those pictures there. Wait, wrong side. Get rid of the gladiator.
There you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Wow. She even has a gladiator in her book.
You just don't know what you're going to see as you flip the pages.
That's right.
I wonder if he's got a ball sack.
No, he had a huge javelin, whatever. You saw that. How long was that javelin?
I didn't measure that. It's the only thing I didn't measure.
Oh, come on. You
I'm
slacking.
going to say it was
I'm sure
5
he had-
feet 2 inches.
5 feet 2 inches.
Uh-huh.
The javelin was 5 feet 2 inches. Maybe. We're not sure. Come on, Tiff. We can't fabricate stuff over here. You know what I mean?
Can we talk about golf again?
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna take a sip.
But she brings up a good point
Mhm.
about with that book, just even helping the most experienced golfer, because it's amazing on how many years we've been golfing.
Yeah.
That we don't have this game, pinpointed.
No.
And our swing still needs work. And
muscle
at
memory.
one time, at all times.
Yep.
But it's amazing on sometimes when you haven't golfed, like in the Midwest, you could take a whole winter off and then you jump on the golf course and you're practicing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And by the way, Impact Improver, we had you on the show when I was living in Wisconsin. Now I'm living in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but in
Not
Wisconsin,
much better.
That's what hurt my heart is because I couldn't
what?
use Impact Improver in Wisconsin during the wintertime to keep my swing in shape.
First off, you need to have a heart to be hurt.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'm
just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm just going to do this right here and turn his mic off so I don't have to listen.
And he can hear it through his mic, so he can shut this one off. It's okay.
My point is, even the most experienced golfers can use this book and read this book because there's times that I'm like, oh, you know what? If I just turn my hand a little bit, and it doesn't take a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They read this book, and all of a sudden something clicks in, like Tiffany had said.
Yeah.
Oh, something so small doesn't take a lot, and boom, it fixes what they were wondering what was wrong.
And you know what, Biggs? It comes in left-handed.
The book?
Anything you need, bro. It doesn't matter. Whether you're
the concepts in the book apply to everybody. So I wrote it, front hand, trail hand, but I actually think they're complementary. And I talk about that a lot, the synergy between the hands and how you hit things, how you punch things, what's happening with these guys, because they're ubiquitous. If you look at your hands, if you move your hands, you've moved your arms, right? So it's a whole weave through this golf swing and how we do it in balance. So it's interesting, but golfers, we're all mental, right? We have to be a little bit demented to play this game. Yeah. But swing thoughts are interesting. So you'll read and you'll be like, wait, but I thought, and people put the pieces together. And so that's why I always just kind of share with people because they want to formulate it in their own way. So if you give people the right variables, all of a sudden they'll start building those pieces because, oh, that makes sense. I can see how this movement would relate into this movement. Other times you could, I would take golf lessons when I was younger and I just couldn't see how they were going to get me all the way from A to Z. Like, okay, if I did this, I don't understand how I get to the next point. So I broke my book down so people could see how each section flows into the other. And then you just repeat it quicker.
Well, when I get my signed copy, I'm actually going to read it. Just letting people know I will read it and I will try to implement it as I use my right-handed impact improver.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll be talking about that. And who knows?
You might start going low.
Very low. And we might have it as product of the week coming up because we haven't had it for product of the week on the TV side.
No.
So we might have it. But now we have to ask the serious question. It's not really serious, though, and I really don't care. But are you going to have it for a left-hander?
No, because she would have had it by now. She's had it.
No, but you never know. It's a question you have to ask. This is
I'm answering it. No. Because she can't figure out the mode and all that stuff and how the impact improver. She's already explained why she can't have it for left-handers.
I just wanted to rub it in a little bit. That's all.
I'm sorry. I do feel really bad about it. I really do. And when the lefties call me, I always spread them and try and accommodate or do something or show them other ways to practice indoors. I actually feel really bad about that.
Lefty lives matter.
Don't feel bad. don't feel bad.
So bad. Yeah.
If he was really distraught about it, he'd learn how to play golf from the other side.
Well, you do need to swing both ways each day. And
there you go.
And honestly, I was going to ask you that because I think that would actually improve how we play if we can get the mechanics from both sides and learn how body to twist on each side. Because sometimes I'll just swing the club left-handed just to do it. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Like the other day we were playing and you have to turn your club upside down sideways because now you can't. Now you got a tree. And you got to go the other side. So it's always good to try it, even if you swing it from the other side. It may not work for you, but at least if you can get the body mechanics, muscle memory. So that's at least what I tell myself. But if,
You're
Biggs?
correct. When you swing from the other side, golf is so one-sided that certain muscles get used all the time, others don't. So it balances out your muscles in your body. So if you don't have a club that fits you, just turn the shaft upside down and swing the other way, left-handed, where you don't have to worry about the weight at the bottom of the club. So you're at least just moving. That's the best way to do it if you don't actually have a left-handed club in your lie angle.
And I just want you to know that Biggs is right-handed. I just want you to know that. For some strange reason, the only thing he does wrong is golf. I mean, golf left-handed. Other than that,
I bat left-handed when I played baseball.
it's his brain. It has a deficiency.
I can't say anything. My brother's left-handed. My nephew's
But he's not.
left-handed. You know,
My kid's left-handed. I can play from both sides, but he's right-handed. He's right-handed.
The truth comes out. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what happened to him.
Well,
I really don't.
All right.
So folks, just so you know,
let's just pick on the guy that owns a show day.
Well, you're not picking on me. It's okay. I don't know if you noticed the new letters on that screen. It says BILLS. Two L's.
It doesn't
for
say
Bill's Golf Talk. If you see that, right?
You want to buy the company, you can buy the company.
I ain't buying nothing. Bill's Golf Talk. I like the sound of that. What do you think, Tiffany?
You could combine it and it could be Biggles Golf Talk.
Biggles where you got a lot of giggles. There you go. Now we're a comedian show.
Impact Improver, enter Biggs, BIGGS, to get 20% off. Learn more at impactimprover.com. And you are also available on Amazon, aren't you?
That is correct. You've got it covered.
Got you
I just
covered.
let you know, John.
Any final thoughts for these amazing people that have stayed tuned to watch your face? Tell us.
Are you asking me final thoughts? Just
yes.
If you're a golfer,
Mm-hmm.
I think golfers are the coolest people on the planet because they have guts, they have perseverance, and they have humor. So my wish for all golfers out there is trust yourself, because it's a mean game. And a lot of times we get very down on ourselves and frustrated and don't know if we're doing the right thing or wrong thing. Just take a step back and there's all sorts of adages. The more you practice, the luckier you get, this, that, and the other. Just trust yourself. You're an athlete. There's an athlete within you swinging this golf club. So just the more you can move with it, people get frustrated because they expect a lot out of themselves when they don't get to practice on a regular basis. And the pros are practicing on a regular basis. So cut yourself some slack, have some fun, and just be glad you're getting to hit something.
Tiffany Faucette, some wise words there. And thank you so much for joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk and BGT-TV.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you.
More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.